Hi, this is Neeta Lulla. A hobby, chilling at home with your family. So today I'm here with my friend Kartik Naidu, who is a spiritual therapist and energy healer. And we're here together to talk to you about life and more. So Kartik Naidu, spiritual therapist and energy healer. I'm often intrigued by, I've heard about therapists, but I've very rarely come across spiritual therapists and energy healers. So tell me, what do you do?
Well, what I do is, Neeta, you have a personality?
Of course, I have a personality. Everyone does.
Yes. So, and this personality, whether it's a combination of multiple things, right? It's a combination of your personal individuality that you have, which are your personal resources. Let's say you can be humble, let's say you can be arrogant, let's say you can be very calm and peaceful as a person. And then you have a different personality at work, and then you have a different personality in your relationships, and you have a different personality in your social circle. And maybe you have a completely different approach towards yourself in terms of your health, right? Now, this personality, whatever you call yourself, personality of Neeta Lulla, right? It is functional and it is dysfunctional in some areas. In some areas it may work fantastically, and in some areas it doesn't work. So my job is essentially to demolish that personality which doesn't work for you and create a new one for you.
So I'm going to ask you a question that has remained in my mind for quite a time. All right, when I meet students, I teach, right? So when I meet students from management courses, when they go to college, they're very chilled out, rubber chappals and shorts and t-shirts and their computer, and that's the look they have, and that's the chilled out persona that they work with. But in fashion, when I'm teaching fashion, we generally tell our students that they need to create a personality that reflects themselves in the way they should be reflected in the profession. So we talk about first impressions being the last impression. So would you say that this is a personality that you are just creating, or does this culminate into a personality that becomes you over time? Because these are students, right? They are younger, they are very young, and we're kind of grooming them to create a particular look for themselves and for others. So what's your take on that?
So it's a combination of both. It can be, you can't project something which you're not from the inside. You will have to need a certain amount of mastery and years of experience to do that, right? So which happens to us eventually anyway. We all put up a, project an image of us that we have in our mind. It may or may not necessarily be, agreeable to someone else, or one person might take you in a different light, the other person might take you in a different light. So essentially, how you create a personality is something, that you're trying to ask me. So, for example, when you were at the age of, let's say, 7, when Neeta was a little girl, and where did you grow up?
Hyderabad.
Hyderabad, okay. So, in your neighborhood, Neeta, had a young friend, a male friend who was also 7 or 8 years old, right? And they got together. So the little Neeta, took a fancy to this young lad, and she liked him. And so Neeta's mom used to bake muffins or, those cupcakes for Neeta. And Neeta used to bring those cupcakes to the guy because she liked her. But this guy would only come to Neeta when he wanted the cupcakes, right? Not otherwise. But Neeta really liked him, so she always, took those cupcakes to the guy. What do you think that little girl Neeta will download about the guy as a message?
Neeta never took any cupcakes to any guys.
Yeah.
And Neeta was always interested in flying kites and cycling and riding. So
right.
I wouldn't know about cupcakes. But coming to understanding what you're saying, I guess what would I would download the fact that, okay, there is a carrot and then there's
Right.
something
So
that you're getting.
what is it that you would download about the guy?
The fact that, you need to give him something to
Yeah.
get him to...
Right. So he's selfish. Or he
yeah,
wants
sort
something.
of.
Yeah. Okay.
No, but at that age?
Doesn't matter. The age doesn't matter. What is the message? See, in any moment, in any given moment, in any experience, there are 3 or 4 possibilities that you download a message, and this message becomes kind of your belief system on how you perceive the world, right? So there is a message that Neeta would download, or that little 7-year-old girl will download about herself. There is a message that she will download about that guy, and there is a message that she will download about men and women, or girls and boys, as a relationship, right? Now, over the years, if it happens a few times, if she keeps meeting selfish people, she will download something about herself also, right? What does she download about herself? Because he only likes her for the cupcake and not for who she is.
It's materialistic.
Yes, this is about the guy, but what will she download about herself?
See, either she would download the fact that, she needs to understand the materialism of life,
Okay.
or she would need to download the fact that, or she would download the fact, depending on the personality, basically, that she's not good enough.
Yes, absolutely.
But the fact is that...
About her, she
Yeah.
would download that I'm not good enough. About the guy, she would download, men are selfish or boys are selfish. And about the situation, she would download something like, I have to give in order to get attention, right?
But would you generalize it into that? Because the fact is that, different people react to certain situations differently.
Absolutely.
So,
but that's not my message. What I'm trying to convey is that whatever message she downloads from this situation will create an impression, will create her perception about the world, right? And then it happens once and twice and thrice and 4 times. Now it becomes a belief system. Oh, men are selfish. They use you. I am not good enough. I don't have the value of my own. I need a cupcake or something else to add value to myself, to get attention from people. You understand? And then about the relationship, she will understand that this is the way the world is, materialism. I have to give in order to receive. This is what shapes your belief system, and your belief system shapes your personality, because this is the way you look at things and people and circumstances and events.